Hello, everyone. Welcome again to the Buzz Expo with a little delay. Sorry for that. We had some technical hiccups, but now everything is solved. We are happy today to introduce you once again, if you have seen our talk on Monday, to Professor Dr. Alexander Dingeldey, owner of Dingeldey Business Consultants. He will tell you more about something that I personally think is a great opportunity. Working, we all know that, and studying at the same time, the dual study in Ravensburg. Welcome, Alexander. Great to have you here.
Hello, thank you for the nice introduction. And it's a pleasure for me that I can have a little talk about the most work that I do as a professor. Is it possible that I can share the screen now? So now you see my little presentation, because we have a very nice marketing department at our university that delivers us with all those shiny photos. It's a bit about me, because I'm a hybrid, and dual study is something for hybrid persons. I grew up in a family business. My father was working in the tourism industry since I can remember. So he started opening up a hotel in Africa in 1972. So my favorite place in Africa is Togo and Lomé, because I could spend there some weeks as a child. So in all family business, you have to work together, and I didn't get paid, but I had to work. This is the good thing in family businesses. So I got a big interest into studying. And what I did, I had to work with my father's company and to study. So I did actually a dual study, but there's a solution for people that can do that as well. So I worked with several touristic companies, a big trade show in Berlin, some tour operators, an airline. So I had interesting things. So it's a bit about knowledge in the tourism industry. What we have now at the moment, we have a very big crisis, and this is affecting all companies, especially in the tourism industry. We are affected. Some politicians are blaming us. But I read news today that the German Minister for Developing Countries said Germany should open up as soon as possible for developing countries with no infection rates to support them. So it is a very, very big issue, and the very big issue is staff. We want to have good trained staff, and we train them. So we invested a lot of money in our people. And now we have a problem. The crisis will take 1, 2, 3 years. It depends, but we can be sure people will start traveling again when the crisis is over. So what to do with your staff that we have no work for them for the next 1, 2, or 3 years? But if you let them go, they're gone. They may find another branch. They find that they earn much more money in the automotive industry or somewhere else. So it is very hard to let them go. So we need some place where you can put them on the hold. It's a little bit like a jumbo jet waiting for landing. We know it will land safely, but we need some circles turning around and to give them opportunities to spend some time. In some countries, you have something that is called short-time work, Kurzarbeit. It's not called after the Austrian Chancellor Kurz. He did not invent that. Short-term work does mean you can set your employee, reduce the workload up to 0%, so he doesn't work anything, and he will be paid by the government during that. He's not workless, but he is, I would say, part-time workless. And some countries have this instrument which is very, very successful, that you can keep your employee. He gets paid by the state, and when the crisis is over, you get your staff back, but this is limited in time. And then some companies, people, especially in the tourism industry, they have overtime accounts. So I know friends, he has got several hours of overtime. He said, okay, I'll take this overtime now, and I take now a long-term holiday. Traveling is a bit limited at the moment, but you can do nice things like hire a camper for a year and do things that you ever have wanted. So doing a sabbatical is another option. And trainings or study programs are other options. So I got no work at the moment, so be prepared for when for the restart. So use your time, do trainings, and do study programs for that. And there's a big variety for study programs that you could do. And main difference for most study programs are students' fees. And the good thing with us, we have no students' fees for European residents. And they are quite nominal if you are outside the EU, but we have to talk to make you an EU resident as soon as possible, that you can study with anything for that. So the DHBW is a unique university. More than 40 years ago, Mercedes-Benz and some other big companies in our region said that most practical workers, they lack of theoretical and academical knowledge, and all academical workers, they lack of practical knowledge. The usual thing is the employee has his first day in a company and said, okay, work is finished, we have to clean our workplace now. And the employee says, oh, boss, I have a bachelor degree, I cannot do that. Okay, I'll explain how to clean it. Yeah, so practical knowledge is very, very important. So Mercedes and other companies like Siemens decided that it is a very good thing that you study and work at the same time. Have an internship and studying at the same time, which is stressful for the student, but it's very good. So you end up with a bachelor degree and you have work experience. So you don't only learn the theoretical stuff. And what I really like is to work with students. My students are all in the tourism industry, and they are real tourism industry employees. They are not normal students. From alcohol-wise, they are 100% tourism industry. So it's not fun, but it's hard, lots of work. We have 12 campuses in the south west of Germany. This is Baden-Württemberg, a small state, so it is close to Switzerland, Austria, France, and the tourism management study is placed in Ravensburg. So the 12 other study places have other subjects as well. So we have 34,000 students. So this is mine is bigger than yours slide. So we are the biggest, the State University of Baden-Württemberg. But our students program is small. At Ravensburg, there are 3,700 students. We have 8 bachelor programs with 24 specializations, and those 1,200 partnering companies. I'll talk about partners as well, 90 professors. And most of our students get a job offer by their own company. 85%, they stay in the company, they are studying with that. And the other ones, they are leaving because they want to. And at the moment, they say, so some taking a sabbatical or do master programs, but all students say, we have a problem at the moment, but please come back later, and we need you. Thing with our thing is we have our study is split. So we have 6 times 3 months of intensive study. We don't have semesters. We have quarters of a year. And so we have 6 quarters of theoretical knowledge. So this is a typical study. And we have 6 multiplied by 3 months of practical work. So you start, I'll do that with the sense. So you enter with an A-level, Abitur, or similar to that. So if you want to start as a student, you have to call with me, because with work experience and no Abitur, it is possible to study with us. There are some introduction tests for that. Then you apply at a partnering company that will take you for 3 years. The partnering company pays you a small amount of money for that. There are no students' fees. For a student, this is very good because he earns a little bit of money for that. And the partnering company says, okay, we have a contract with you. So, and then you can start studying. And then you study 3 months and work 3 months. In this, at the end, 6 times, you have your bachelor degree. The advantage that you have the practical experience and the theoretical knowledge. Nothing about trainee programs or that, because when you are done with the study, you already have that. And another thing, we have many lecturers from the industry. For example, my lecturer for the aviation industry is working at the airport of Memmingen, and he's doing all the discussions with Ryanair and convincing them to introduce more routes, and he knows everything from that. And so I've got very well-known tourism lecturers that are very good for you in your better life after studying, because now you get your network during the study. The student gets a small kind of remuneration, which is good for a student, and it's good for the company. Because in Germany we have a minimum wage, and those programs are exempt from minimum wage. You cannot expect a company pay full wage for a student that is only half-time there. So usually tourism companies start in Germany. We have to respect the local laws for that. Germany, they start with 500 euro per month. If you're more experienced, it can go up. So it is, for compared to German standards, quite cheap way to have an employee, but he has to work for that. If you're more work experience, I got students that earn lots more than that, but they have done other trainings beforehand. On the other side, we have to respect local laws. We have companies based in Switzerland. They pay a bit more for that. But this is, we don't interfere in that. This is in between the student and the partnering company. We have small courses. We are a state university, but maximum course size is 60 students. And we have no fees for EU residents. There are no students fees. There are some nominal fees. So you get printed handouts, you pay for that. But that is a quite easy way to do. So our study programs at the whole university, it's mainly business, and we are in the tourism program and applied computer science. We have in tourism 4 specializations. My topic is travel, retail, and transport management, and it will be transferred to digital business management from next year on, which is special for tourism companies. We are all influenced by IT. This is one of the main reasons, and we have still lecturers from the tourism industry teaching digital subjects. So it is, so we married applied computer science and tourism into a new study program, and they'll probably, so it's 99% sure that it will start next year, so October 21. We have destination and spa management as a part. We have leisure park management and hospitality management as specializations. Most of the subjects are, we have business study, so business, calculation, statistics. We have economy. We have law, especially tourism law. The European package holiday direction is one of the main topics that we torture our students. We have applied computer science and the specific tourism management subjects. At the end, you end up with a bachelor program with 210 ECTS points, which is 30 ECTS points more than normal bachelor programs have because of our practical work. So you got 30 points that can be used if you do a master degree afterwards. So it's easier for you a master, and your master degrees are smaller for that. Partnering companies, they are the key important part. So we need partnering companies. They work directly together with us. The student applies for a job, for a study with a partnering company. The partnering company is responsible for that. And the program is open to companies all over the world. So if an incoming agency in Thailand can be a partnering company, they just have to fulfill the German contract, pay the student a nominal amount of fees, and the student needs to speak German fluently, because our student program is in German. But that shouldn't be in the tourism industry a problem at all. So it is 100%. So we have some subjects in English, but the main students program is German. So the students get a small remuneration that should fit into the local companies. And what the student does, he has to write at least 3 scientific papers for the company. So this is the transfer between the university and the company. So the student gets practical input for it, and he writes those 3 theses, bachelor thesis at the end, and 2 practical for the company. And he gets support from us, from the staff, from university, and support from the company. So companies get scientific knowledge with a student and new ideas into that company. It's a bit, so this is another mine is bigger than yours slide. These are the very interesting companies that are working us together. So it's all other industries. And you see here automotive, computer science, and retailers is a lot part. Of course, we have international exchange programs, so students can spend 1 semester abroad, and they can import all the courses that they did for that. So we have 70 partnering universities all over the world. So this was my little introduction and the advertisement block. Marcus, I think you had a little question for me.
Yeah, I have. Well, first of all, thanks a lot for this information. And what do you think now? I'm nearly 40 years old now. Could I still take part in this program, or do you think, okay, this you should have done a long time ago?
This is you're never too young to start studying. I have at the moment a student. He is 45 years old. He worked in the tourism industry for many years, and he actually forgot to study, and he decided he wanted to do that. And so he went to his boss and said, "I want to start studying." He said, "You're crazy. 45 years old. You don't need to study." He said, "Okay, but I stay with your company, and I'm studying." Said, "What's that?" So he actually is doing this program. Of course, he earns a bit more than the 500 euro because he's trained and very good. But he is working. He's spending a little bit of his overtime budget for that, and he's continues working in his company and is studying. And after 3 years, he stays in the company, and he's do that. And another thing is the 3 months in Ravensburg. People stay there because we have a local site. At the moment, everything is digital, but as soon as possible, we will be back onto normal classrooms and audience theaters. They work from Ravensburg. So he has a company laptop. He works there. He writes emails. So they are employed in the company. The only thing is that he's switching workplaces. So easy. You can come with us. You can. The only thing is you need a partnering company. I didn't have the case that it's your own company that is employing you, but that could be a very interesting case study to do that. And of course, you can, as a partnering company based in Spain, sure, you can be paid partnering company.
Yeah, so if I would like to do that, for example, and I would be employed here in Spain, I could get you in contact, for example, with this company to have a chat, or how does that work in the end?
It's both. So usually sometimes students come to me and then they will search for a company, or the companies come to me and then they'll search for a student. If it's idea, the company comes to me and says, "We have 1 student, let's start." And we've got enough places for October this year, so that's in 3 months. So it's 3 months to decide. And if you want to start, just ask me. And we are a very small entity. You can start if you fill out the forms, give them to me, and within a few days, you can do the inscription for that. Again, I don't earn any money for the number of students I get because I'm state-owned, but this is offering, so it's a bit of get your taxes a little bit back because we're tax funded.
That sounds great. That sounds great. Yeah. And everybody watching now, feel free as well to reach out to Alexander. He's a very kind person. You see, he loves what he's doing when he's presenting here. So get in touch, get all the information you need. And Alexander, thank you for the presentation. Yeah. Hope to see you soon again. I know we stay in touch. And for everybody, reach out, get your information, get connected, and yeah, share your ideas.
Thank you,
Alex. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Stay safe, and bye-bye.
Bye.